guess you want to talk about batteries?
Yeah, we're talking about battery management today.
Well, since you want to dump them on the table, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, so batteries. We use them in so many different things with our firearms, right? Whether it's a flashlight, your night vision, your optics, some of your optics. We actually have optics that don't need batteries, believe it or not. But so many different things on our guns, on our firearms need optics. And we know that our customers, our end users, they're military professionals, they're law enforcement professionals, or self-defenders. They may work on their church's safety team. And when they draw their gun and they need to see their dot, they need to be there. And the last thing they need is a dead battery. So we want to help educate you on how you can ensure that your batteries are going to function well.
So what's your thoughts on battery management? How do you do it or employ it within your purview of your firearms carrying?
Yeah, so it's really important to me because personally I do work with my church's safety team, and I want to be sure that if God forbid I ever have to defend myself or my church, I want my firearms to work. And I carry a MPOF on my personal handgun, and I want that dot to be there. So we look at batteries and battery hours and the battery life of an optic, right? But there's so many variables that go into that. Such as the quality of the battery that you get. Not all batteries are made the same. Such as the brightness that you run your optic. Typically, just personally, I like the manual brightness on the MPOF, and when I'm setting the brightness, I set it to how I see it, and then I give it one more notch.
Okay.
Just God forbid if I ever have to aim from a dark to a light situation, just so I know I have enough brightness there. So I might be burning through that battery life a little quicker than someone else, right? And the great things about our MPO-F and the Pro-F is that they're side mounted, so changing batteries is easy. So, but every year or so, just pick a date, whatever date you want to do, whether it's January 1st, whether it's your birthday, whether it's Christmas. It's a great idea on your defensive firearms, just to change out the batteries and just put fresh batteries in there, and so your equipment's good to go.
So yeah, so I've seen a lot of the same thing. So for me, I have my carry guns, usually 2, and then a hard use. Actually, the Daniel Defense Mark 18 that's up there is my battle rifle, if you will. So on those, I'm changing them out January 1st and July 1st typically. And then everything else I have, I really go as I need it. So usually once a year at a minimum. Yeah. And then from there I go, because I'm no longer in the military, so I have to buy all my own batteries. So that battery cost is a real thing. And secondly is that, yes, we work for Meprolight. We work for an optics company. I've used other optics in the past. Mm-hmm. I have magnified optics that take batteries from other brands as well. And at the end of the day, the hours of batteries, to me, comes down to how did they test that number? Yeah. You just have no idea. Mm-hmm. Is there a lot of marketing ploy in it? Yes. We are very conservative in our numbers at Meprolight. We tell you 20,000 rounds or 20,000 hours. We've had optics to go, 35,000 hours. But again, to your point, weather is dependent as well. Colder weather depletes batteries. In addition to what type of battery. Mm-hmm. These happen to be Amazon Basic, but they're lithiums. So probably middle of the road, and then you've got your other lithiums up top. You got your bottom barrel batteries as well. So it all plays into it. Yeah,
personally, I don't like to skip on batteries, right? Especially for my personal defense firearms. I want to know I have good quality stuff in there, just to try to control all the variables as best I can.
Yeah, and that's all I think you can do, because it's electronic, so it's not consistent. Mm-hmm. One optic at level 5 may run or deplete a battery faster than another optic at setting 9, mm-hmm. or whatever the case may be. If you're using a lot of our products nowadays are Shake Awake, so the Shake Awake feature eats up batteries. If you guys at home didn't know, green batteries eat up more battery life than red. So all of those things kind of come into play.
And you actually told me this just today, that the different size of your reticle option can drain batteries more. So like on many of our MPOs, we have a bullseye with just the outer ring, or with the bullseye and just the dot. if you're running the outer ring and the dot, you're actually using up more battery than if you were just running the dot.
Yeah, so that's a really good point. And then when you look at reticles, whether you're buying a Mepro product or somebody else's product, reticle thickness matters too. So if you're running a 0.4 MOA outer reticle and it's a 68 MOA, that 68 is actually going to eat up more size than, say, a 65 or a 33 or a 40.
Yep.
So it all comes into play.
Yep.
So I think what we've learned is that there is no set answer, that battery life is more marketing than anything else, and that the ground honest truth is that you need to have your own battery management plan. Yeah. So like Jordan said, is it your wife's birthday? Is it the first of the year? Is it the middle of the year? Whatever you come up with, and nowadays with smartphones, you can literally put a reminder in your phone for you, but it's just better for you to come up with what works for you in your scenario and how you utilize your systems.
Guys, if you have any good tips about your battery management plan, leave a comment below so others can learn and our community will be better off. And I got to clean this stuff up. I shouldn't have spilled it.
That's what the junior guy gets. He is cleaning it up.
Thanks for watching, guys.